Hi. Do you like my look today? I did it just for the video. Um, and actually I kind of felt like I wanted to do this look in this video for you guys because a lot of you guys are asking me about different manifesting techniques. Um, so I'm gonna give y'all some new ones. Well, they're not really new, but they might be new to you, right? So I'm gonna wait for a few more people to come before I start getting into it. So y'all like my makeup? If y'all like this look, I attempted to do it on my channel, on my makeup channel, and my beauty channel. I got cut off, so I had to do it in two parts. Took forever because I kept messing up, but it's there if you want. So this cat is actually getting on my nerves because she's trying to get in my lap, but I have books in my lap. And before you ask what I'm drinking, it's not blood, it's not wine, it's water. Ooh. Okay, I spilled some. I'm always either drinking water or tea in this. You can't drink water. I mean, you can't drink wine in a copper cup because it will take all that. You're not supposed to drink those type of acidic liquids in a copper cup because it will take off the copper, and you'll ingest it, and you'll have metals. Okay, so if you have copper cups that are not lined with like stainless steel, don't drink lemonade, don't drink wine or any type of alcohol out of them because you will taste a weird taste. So water and tea is why. Drink from this cup. You just got yourself a manifestation journal. Wonderful. Okay, so I see there is over 100. So now we can start. This cat. This cat, y'all, look. Just gotta be in my lap. Just, it's your baby. All right. She just wants this food. Here. I'll give her some on the floor. Even though she just ate. She's a food. Look, y'all watch her. She's a food digger. Here. That's all you're getting. So manifesting using a vampire techniques. Let's talk about it. Are y'all ready? Okay, so if you're wondering what book I'm getting this from, it's in this book. And Vampire Magic by Father Sebastian. It's in this book. So if y'all want a reference, this is it. Okay. I think it was this book. Let me make sure. Yeah, chapter 9. So basically, a lot of you guys probably already have this book because I've talked about this book for many years. And if you already have this book, maybe you should take another look at chapter 9. Okay. So basically, when you think about vampires, you think about their powers, right? You think about their abilities to lure in, to attract, to here, kitty, here. All right. Their abilities to lure in, attract, their super strength, their ability to get people to do what they want, their power of suggestion. So just by using these type of thoughts and applying them to yourself, like, okay, well, do you know how they have those vampires that they don't really, I mean, some don't suck blood, but they're just like the subculture of a vampire. And they really live, dress, and talk and act like vampires. Well, this form of mental thinking, like mentalism, is what gives you the power to manifest what you want. So, for example, if you want to accomplish something that's really hard or strenuous or something that you would normally give up on very easily, you would basically kind of like invoke the powers or feel like you have the powers of a vampire. Like, oh, I can get this done. I don't need sleep. I stay up all night. I get energy from other people. I don't need this, I don't need this, I don't need that. I'm strong. I live forever. Nothing harms me. If you get into this vibration of thinking, that's basically what you're creating and manifesting for yourself. Oh, I don't age. That's for mortals. So if you get into the vampire thought process, their superpowers, how they manipulate, how they use the power of suggestion, how they don't age, how they don't need a lot of sleep, how they're strong, how they can do more than most humans, how they can attract and allure people in from afar, better than normal regular humans. You're going to start to vibrate on that vibration and be able to actually do it. Now, you don't have to look like a vampire. You don't have to look like this, or goth or witchy or anything. You just have to have the mentality to vibrate on that frequency to then manifest and attract those things into your life because you feel as though you have these certain qualities. Okay. So that's what mainly this chapter is about. I just summarized it in my own words and I added some things to it because of course you can always add to an idea. Um so they talk about it a lot of the movies and giving examples and things like that. But blah 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 blah. Okay, so they talk about healing in here as well, because I know a lot of you guys are asking about healing. Vampires have tremendous healing powers and they can self heal and heal other people. So, this also makes you vibrate on. That's why a lot of people never get sick. A lot of people heal fast who practice this type of manifesting. So, you're a rapid healer. You're a supernatural rapid healer. So if you are ever sick, injured, or someone around you is, you vibrate on that frequency that you're a healer, you're fast, you're a vampire healer. So therefore, your healing is going to work as a vampire's healing would on television or in the myths or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So it is the mindset, it is the frequency and the vibration. A lot of people who read fantasy, who read fiction, who read things like that, who cosplay, who dress in costume, what they're really actually doing is absorbing those qualities of the person, of the being, of the creature or whatever, and trying to be and vibrate on that frequency of that creature or that supernatural being or that superhero or whoever. And that's the same thing that many people who work with deities also do. Um, we don't A lot of people don't worship deities. They incorporate their qualities. They use their qualities to manifest instead of worshiping. Okay. We have fandom and then we have cosplay. Okay, so if you're a super fan, if you're a fangirl or a fanboy of the character, it's different than actually being the character. Those people that stand out in the middle of in Hollywood and they're dressed as the character and they're taking pictures with people, they're getting that energy. People are treating them just like that character. They're almost in awe of this type of character and that energy is going to that character. So you start to vibrate on that vibration, you know, and you start to feel and manifest. This cat is Come on, kitty. Mhm. You start to feel and manifest. It's all gone, baby. On that level, on that frequency, so you are starting to get those qualities naturally because you're attracting them. You understand? So if there's any deity, if there's any type of um, quality that you like and that you would like to have, use this technique in order to start vibrating on the frequency of attracting this type of power to you. Or, yeah, it's very mental. It's like all is mental, remember? So that's what you got to do. Okay. Because once you do that, you know, there's a fine line between like reality and different realities anyway, you know. Mhm. So make sure, in like the qualities of a cat. Let's talk about the cat. A lot of people say cats are magical. Yeah. In Egypt, barely, if you killed a cat in Egypt, you're going to be put to death. They mummified cats, they made tomb for cats, they mourned cats just like humans because of certain qualities that cats have that a lot of humans aspire to, you know, and a little bit more than that, but that's one of the reasons. Hey, cutie. So I don't know, this cat is crazy. So yes, if you can use any, like, if you don't like the vampire, use the werewolf, use the um superhero, use your favorite deity. It's the same technique. Okay. Use whatever. Use the cat, use an animal. A lot of people that are close, you know how they, yes, you would use the animal, choose an animal to vibrate on the same frequency as far as their abilities, you know. Um, mhm. So, act like a cat, yeah. Well, you can act like a cat when you're madly in love. You want to vibrate like Santa Muerte? Um, do you have to use moon magic when practicing vampire magic? No, it's up to you. Like, remember, all is mental. All is mental. Like any question you ask, you already have the answer to because it's up to you, basically. Um, there are no specific instructions as far as all of that. That's up to you. Okay. Do you always stop negative thoughts? Most of the time I do. Now, if those negative thoughts are going to fuel me into something positive, I let them come through because sometimes you can use things to push you to the next level, but you have to know what those things are. So you have to be in control of your emotions. First of all, um, mm, can you describe sucking energy from someone like an enemy, right? But they are sick and you don't want to get that yuck, but drain them? Well, if you've ever seen like a movie where someone was like taking the life force out of a person, even though they were sick, you're not taking their you're taking their life force. Okay. So you're not taking any part of their physical body. So you don't have to worry about any of the sickness. You're just taking their energy body, their life force from that. So you won't have to worry about it because they're separate. Um, what if your friend is an energy vampire? How can you stop them from harming you? Become one yourself. When you're around them, switch your mode and become one. Become a stronger one. Okay. So you can become one yourself and become a stronger one than they are. You can also start mirroring their actions. You know, a lot of games are mental. A lot of things are mental, and you have to do them. And it's almost like if you don't play with people's minds, and if you don't do certain things, it's not going to be as powerful or as permanent. You know what I mean? Um, so you can't be the victim in any of your attempts to do any type of energy work or magic of any kind. You cannot play a victim at all, or else you're already, you know, going backwards. Um, do they have schools for magic like they do church? If they did, I'm sure they're pretty much ran by, witches or, people that have occult shops and things like that, or online. I'm pretty sure that there are like that, but I don't think there are. There might be some physical schools, but I don't know of any. I've never looked for them. So, yes, you're getting so much better at this thanks to you. Thanks to me. Oh, thank you. Where's a good place to put your manifestation journal? Should you hide it? I don't really have to hide mine, but I keep mine close to my altar where I have a lot of energy. Um, or I keep mine on a bookshelf or just somewhere that it's not going to be bothered. You know what I'm saying? So just keep it somewhere it's not going to be bothered and you know where it's at and it's a positive place. Don't keep it around a lot of negative energy. Um, tell people that you manifestation journal as your planner or diary. That's a good idea. Um, I'm good. How are you? Can you talk about witch balls and how to make them? I don't make witch balls. That sounds funny. I've seen them, but I don't make them. Not every witch does the same stuff. Okay, like not every witch has the same things. Not everybody practices the same magic. So when you ask certain questions like that, um, some people don't do that type of stuff. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, okay, no, don't have any. What can you make a wand for? To direct your energy into a more specific area. It's kind of like an extension of your finger, and your energy is coming out of your finger. It's an extension of your energy going in a certain direction. So that's what basically a wand is. You can do a healing wand. Most wands are made of natural material. Yeah, or with a crystal point, or copper, or made out of wood, or something like that. Um, here, so I can read the comments a little bit better. Can you talk about manifesting with music? I do all the time. Like, that's why I make sure I listen to certain music that I am very into. Like I agree with the message a lot. And there's a difference. I'll listen to any type of music, but the one that I really want to manifest with, I feel it a lot deeper than just the beat and things like that. I really tap into it. And because I know a lot of people say, oh, don't listen to stuff that you don't want in your subconscious mind. Hi, kitty. But when I really want to focus on whatever song is playing because I want to manifest as the song, then I really get into it and I feel and I visualize, and things like that with it. Um, she has okay. Is there a spell to hold dominance over your partner? Hmm. Let me tell you guys something. I feel like there's not okay. Let me just give you an example. If you're a new witch, if you're just starting spell work and you have a partner that doesn't, you know, care about what you say, you don't have any authority over them, they don't really care about what you think, they're just going to do what they want to do. You can't just do some ingredients and visualize them, doing what you say. It doesn't work like that. This is power, okay? And energy and mental. This is psychological, okay? So if you're a doormat type woman, which means they walk all over you, they don't care what you think, they're going to do what they want to do anyway, you're never going to hold dominance over that man, ever, okay? So what you're going to have to do is get the qualities of a woman whose man does not do those things and who has dominance over a man. Then you're going to have to do your spell work with those energies. And you're going to have to keep those energies and use those energies and vibrate on those energies, okay, with those energies. So you're going to be manifesting at the same time as you're doing your spell work, as you are vibrating on the type of energy that men do not walk over, okay? If you're just trying to throw some ingredients in a little bowl and light a candle, good luck with that, okay? And it's mental. Be mentally stronger than he is? No, because it's not being mentally stronger, it's embracing the energies of a woman that a man does not walk over. Okay. You can choose any type of woman. It could be a seductress. It could be a woman that he highly respects and loves more than he loves himself. It's your choice. You can pick a woman who's very mentally strong, but that might emasculate him. So you got to be careful on that. You got to, because men are weaker for women that aren't masculine. They're weaker for women who are not more powerful as far as masculinity, but with feminine power. Okay, so use that. Rico's down there barking. Okay, so let's get back to this. So if y'all wanted to read about the vampire manifesting, there's a chapter in here, chapter 9 on manifesting. It's very short. It also talks about a lot of other types of manifesting as well. But basically, you're just using the type of powers that vampires have and vibrating on that vibration in order to accomplish and manifest what you're trying to do. Basically, very easy. So instead of imagining the impossible, like, oh, I'm a human that heals super fast because I manifested it, it's easier for you to kind of relate if you say, I am a vampire and my healing is super fast and I can also heal other people. And if you imagine yourself as a vampire when you're manifesting, these things are more believable. Even if it's fiction, so you start to vibrate faster on that frequency than you would if you're trying to imagine yourself as a normal human doing this. You know what I mean? So it's all mental. Mhm. A psychic vampire, takes energy from people. You know, um, they feed into people's energy. Um, They suck you in. Mm, they make you argue. They dump every problem they have on you and make you sit there and listen. Well, they don't make you, it's your choice. But once they're done with that, they feel more energized and you know. Mhm. Can you manifest as a mermaid? Yeah, you can manifest as anything. Like, so what if you want to manifest as a mermaid and you're using, the type of powers a mermaid has. Maybe it's seduction, maybe it's, getting people to kind of do what you want under your spell. Maybe it's a feminine energy. Then yes, of course. I even say you could do it as a werewolf, as a whatever you choose. Some people actually do this as other people. Okay, now let's get into that because that's really interesting. Let me put my books over here. Some people actually manifest as other people. Okay, now that's deep. They start vibrating on the same frequency as a person that they admire. Hey, Mickey. So for example, if there's a person you admire that you want to be more like, or that you want similar energy to, manifest as them. Okay. Are you gonna manifest as me? Hey, Mickey. Okay, so if you manifest as me, fine. Doesn't really take anything away from me. You know, it's all mental, like Beyonce. hmm I mean, you ever heard of that saying, study the masters and become greater? I'm not saying I'm a master, but that's kind of what it means. You know, look what they do, understand what they do, feel how they feel while they're doing what they do. What is the thought behind what they just did? I want to do that. So what were they thinking? What were they feeling at the time that they did this? What gave them the energy and the strength to push them to that next level? I want that, you know. So, oh, I'm sorry. Someone says I get my pimp hand going. On one of the last comments, they said this is my. Oh my goodness. Let me stop that hand. Okay. So I'm gonna hold it. So when you start manifesting as other people, you're just really trying to figure out what process they went through, how they felt. Plus, you've seen them already do it, so you know it's possible. So it becomes more possible for you. You know what I mean? Um, the easier it is for you to think, the easier it is for you to feel whatever it is that you're trying to manifest, whether it be pretending to be someone else, feeling that you're a different person, feeling that you're a vampire, feeling that you're a god or goddess or whatever. Whatever is easier for you to feel and understand and start to work from is what you should be doing. hmm So, like I said, it's easier to um, feel like, oh, well, what if I was a vampire? This is what I would. It's easy to put yourself in those shoes than it is to, oh, well, what if I was a human that could do these things that a vampire can do? Okay, that's going to be harder to vibrate as. But if you say, "Oh, I'm a vampire. I do this, I do that," even if it's just for fantasy for 5 minutes of manifesting, it doesn't matter. You're still on that frequency and that vibration to attract it to you. And then you can wipe all your makeup off or get out of your vampire mode thought and go back to being a soccer mom or whatever it is that you are. You know what I'm saying? That's how you do it. Like seriously. And like to put, how people do rituals to get themselves in that energy and that vibration. You can do a ritual too. If you want to manifest as a certain thing, go watch movies with that certain type of character or person or creature. get in the mood, do things as they do, become them in a sense for a few minutes. Then go do your manifesting. You can even go in the darkness in front of a mirror and do it as them. Get all of it, combine it, and there you go. You got it. You owe me so much. Oh, thank you. Well, I'm gonna call on you if I ever need you. But no, I appreciate it. Um, you can even use zombies, relentless and hungry, and won't stop till they get what they want. Exactly. You're a zombie, a monster. I think y'all know that song with Rick Ross, Nicki Minaj, Jay Z, and Kanye called Monster. That's exactly what they were doing. Mhm. The cup has water in it. Always water. Can't drink wine out of a copper cup because it'll take off the lining or the copper. Okay. Unless you have it lined with stainless steel. Mhm. Yes, Monster. It used to be one of my theme songs. Yes. That elevated Nikki. It sure did. That song, when I heard her in that song, I was like, wow. She was really trying to invoke that monster. So, yeah, you got to become what you want to, the qualities that you want to be. And I think that's why a lot of, when you see a lot of Egyptian art, art statues and stuff like that, you see them merged with certain animals and deities, and how the pharaoh wore and the pharaoh and the queens wore the same type of makeup as, like a bird, or like the deities that they were um, into, because they were absorbing, becoming those qualities. Monster, girl, monster. Go look up Monster by Kanye West, Nicki Minaj, Rick Ross, and Jay-Z. Okay, so so when you were, Pharaoh or whatever, they felt like the god or goddess was within you. So that's how they treated you, you know. And when you act and manifest as such, you do start to get more information. You do start to become more powerful because that's what you're vibrating on. That's what you're attracting. If you're vibrating on victim status, I can't do something, I'm nobody, I'm just this, that's what you're attracting. Mhm. And that's why I feel like when people talk down about themselves and they say, "Oh, I'll never do this," or "Oh, I can't do that," or "It's just I can't get ahead." Well, of course you can't, because that's what you're manifesting. Exactly the words that are coming out of your mouth, the vibration that you're on is exactly why you're where you are. So, as far as any type of spell work is concerned and all that kind of stuff, if you're not on the right vibration or frequency anyway, you can do 1,000 spells. If you're not on that frequency, or whoever doing your spell is not on that frequency, and you're not trying at least to match that similar frequency, it's not going to happen for you. Okay. So you have to be in tune, in line. Your spiritual, mental, and physical all got to be in the same vibration in order to get what you want. Okay, just think of it as an address. You got to have the correct number on the street number, the house number. You got to have the correct street name, and you got to have the correct zip code. If any of that stuff is wrong, the package is being sent back. Okay. Yay, you made it to my live. Ha ha ha. Okay. So, am I on the correct channel? Yes, I am. Because I see somebody from my other channel. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So, please don't ask me about spell work, you guys. Please. I told you guys. It's whatever you want to do. I get so many emails I have to just delete, delete, delete. Don't ask me about spell work. That's up to you. You do it. That's like you're asking me about your personal spell work that you've done. Is it okay if I do this? Is it okay if I do that? Yes, yes, yes. The answer is always going to be yes. Do whatever you need to do. Whatever makes you feel happy, do it. Okay. Don't don't fill my inbox up with questions. Yes, the answer is yes. Okay. If you're doubting yourself, you're moving backwards already. That's my do not. I will block you. Don't do it. Because you already have the answer. You know. Um Yay. So anyway, vampire magic, vampire manifesting, any type of manifesting as any type of creature, deity, animal, whatever, is going to be more easily to vibrate with, to match and get whatever you're attracting to you than if you're trying to imagine it through yourself. It's more believable as fiction. you know, if you are a fictitious character rather than yourself trying to believe that you actually have these powers when you know that you don't. But, oh, well, what if I was a vampire? I'd be this type of vampire. Oh, and I'd be able to do this. And you'll start to vibrate that. That's what I'm trying to say. Instead of trying to believe yourself from, oh, well, I can do this and I can do that. Now once you reach that level of mentality where you don't have to pretend you're a certain creature or superhero or deity or whatever, and you can believe that you have the power and ability to do certain things, then of course you can do it straight away as yourself. But you know until you get to that point, this way is fun, it's easy, and more likely to work for someone who is just getting into it, um, and finding new techniques, you know, and it's fun, right? Mhm. Thank you. So, yes, the book that I was referring to. Now, I have two vampire books, but I always like this one the best. Um, by the Vampire Magic by Father Sebastian. I like this because it's simple to understand. It's more interesting. It's not trying too hard. And I love authors that don't try too hard. I like authors that just say it and just that's it. That's good enough. I don't like people that try to impress and use all these different stories and boring stuff that we don't care about. Like this book. I don't like this book. This is actually an okay book, but it's one of those books where you have to sit there and listen to the person ramble. And I hate that. So, don't like rambling books. I like straight up books. Mhm. Yeah, I just showed you the Vampire Codex. It is a rambler. Don't like rambling books. um, you've been feeling witchy thinking about Halloween. It's Halloween every day in this room. I have skulls, witches, and candles and stuff everywhere because this is where I do my stuff, my spells, my magic, and so every day is Halloween in my room. in my office. This is my office workspace, sacred space. Um, and my cat's room now. The cat then took it over. So, do y'all have any questions before I go? Because I'm not going to make this a super long one. Can you manifest in a situation that is already going on? Sure, you can. You like my overdrawn eyebrows. Why, thank you. Worked hard on this one. Wait till James sees this. He hasn't seen me yet. He just got home a few minutes ago. Um, you can do whatever you like. Whatever you can do, whatever you like. Mhm. That's all I'm always tell y'all that if y'all ask me about a spell. So, learn how to believe in yourself. If it feels right, do it. Especially in your own spell work, because it's not about what. Just don't eat anything poisonous. God darn it. Am I gonna sell the necklace on my shop? What, this necklace? I believe I do have a similar necklace to this on my shop. And it actually had, this is not one that I got from my shop, but there is a similar one. It has an eyeball in it, and it's like a little freakier. Ooh. I have neighbors that love to stay in people's business and have none of their own. What spell can I do to pretty much keep them in their place? And am I beyond serious? I really need help. Oh, like, why do you even talk to the neighbors? Stop talking to the neighbors. Avoid them. I barely talk to my neighbors. Barely. Well, James does, but I barely talk to any of them. Yeah. Um, the shut your mouth, or the shut your mouth spell, the gossip spell. Yeah. Um, I don't talk. I'm an antisocial. I just wave and keep and roll into my garage, close my garage, and get out. James is more friendly. Hi. Start talking about grass and stuff. I'm just like rolling with my sunglasses on into my garage, close it, straight into my house. Okay. I don't like talking to people. They ask too many questions, especially people that don't know you that well. You just want, oh, so what do you do? Oh, so blah, 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 blah. Oh, are you on Facebook? Oh, nope, 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 don't do. Nope, nope, nope. None of your business. I'm very, very vague. Very vague. Mhm. I say dead people. You tell them if you tell them you're a mortician, they'll step back. I promise you. But they know I don't go anywhere because they don't go anywhere either. They're sitting at home all day too. Taxidermist. What does it mean when I'm constantly falling from high places in my dream? It means you need to take control of your life, darling. Stop yourself. It's trying to scare you into lucid dreaming, and also to be able to control your dreams so that you understand you can control your life as well. Mhm. Your subconscious mind is trying to scare yourself awake. Most horror movies are based on subconscious trying to scare yourself awake, trying to scare yourself into uh, understanding and seeing more in life, activating your third eye. That's what most horror movies are basically about. Think about any horror movie. So you pick, let's say, Freddy Krueger or Jason or Halloween or whatever. All of those movies are based on your subconscious mind. Mhm. Um, so, for example, thank you. So, for example, let's do Freddy Krueger. Um, they always have a messed up face or mask. Okay, the messed up face and the mask is hiding yourself. It's your other self. Okay, it's the part of you that you don't recognize. And then they always have like some type of weapon of choice. Freddy has the claws, which is always, he only has one claw, right? Don't have two, but he has one claw and it's always on his right hand. That is the subconscious, subliminal, feminine side of the brain, the darkness. Okay. Um, then he can only get you in your dreams. So dreams are also subconscious. And until those victims realize that they can control him in their dreams, because they can control their dreams until they start lucid dreaming, until they start understanding their true power as a creator, they can't defeat him, or they can't defeat their fears that come through their subconscious mind. So when they finally figured out, oh, I can kill Freddy by thinking and controlling my dreams, they do. But he always comes back. Why does he always come back? Because he's the underlying subconscious fear that people continue to have. Okay. So that's why he always come back. That's why you can't kill him. But notice how they always have new victims that he comes after. And then when the old victim that he had messed with a long time ago, when she comes back, then they start messing with her son. So, they can't really mess with the old victims because they've graduated. So anyway, and then like for example, vampires in your subconscious mind. When they put vampires in movies. Um, that is your superhuman self. Hmm. Think about it. Everybody likes vampires. Nobody's really afraid of. They want to beat them, right? When you're watching a vampire movie, you're you're like, oh, I want to be a vampire too. That's kind of cool. Even if they're the villain, you still think their powers are like awesome and cool. Nobody wants to be Freddy. Nobody want to be Jason. But what the heck? But those certain type of, you know, vampires, werewolves, things like that, people have a strong fascination towards. And it's because they admire the qualities that those creatures have. That's why it's easy to manifest as one and attain those powers somewhat. You know what I mean? And that's how that is done. Um, so the werewolf is more of that side of us that is wild and that we have to keep tame. And that when we let that part of us out, we can't control it. It's like, you know. And a lot of people embrace that as well because they're so disciplined. So being super disciplined and not having any fun at all, you will indeed one day do things that you don't remember, don't regret, might black out, go crazy, lose your temper. Um, so I'm reading some of these comments. So yes, you have to kind of break down what a lot of characters, monsters, deities, creatures are and that represent in movies and literature and stuff like that. They're a lot of times reflections of our subconscious mind or our other self. Hmm. And I had a dream about a werewolf. It was unique. Basically, I was chained in the woods and he watched me very curious, but also full of pity. Also full of pity for me. Came to me and destroyed the lock and I was freed. Oh, that's a good dream. Um, that was yourself freeing yourself. He felt sorry for you. There must be something you're not expressing, or you need to be free from something. There's somebody that's not letting you be free. What about the Wicked Witch of the West? Okay, if you look on a map, the West, when you face it, the West is here, the East is here. Okay, um, so the West would be the left side. If you go with alchemy, that's the masculine side, the dominant, the side that you know, and water destroys her. That's feminine. Hmm. What the heck is this? Okay, where was I going? Um, you have a reoccurring dream of falling off of a bridge since you were 8 years old. You have a fear of bridges. Ooh, bridges. What do bridges do? Think about what a bridge does. It connects two sides of something. You need to connect two sides of yourself. There's part of you that you're not connected to. You keep falling off before you connect. What is it? You know, there's something you're not allowing yourself, something you're not completing. What do you really want to be doing? I think people travel to a different dimension when they are in a coma. Hmm, good question. I think as well too. They're in the astral or something like that. You had a dream you was falling from a crumbling church. Did the church have a steeple? Because usually if the church has a steeple, it represents masculine energy. or some type of male, you know, are you getting divorced? Are you breaking up with someone? Are you starting to date someone different and getting over a past relationship? Hmm. Hmm. Thank you. You're enjoying the dark energy group. I'm gonna, yeah, I appreciate that. You can also do videos in there, add things that you like or that you think we should read as well. What does it mean when you dream about you being in an old house? Um, okay, that was you. Okay, an old house represents yourself. Um, if it's all tattered and beat up, you need to take better care of yourself and have love for yourself and fix yourself. There's something not right or something that you're lacking because it's kind of like if the house is old and beat up and like creepy looking, that's a reflection of you and that you need to fix something. Um, okay, that dream was years ago before you got into the occult. Oh, I thought that was a recent dream. Okay, so now that you're in the occult, it just represents, um, patriarchy, masculine, logical thinking. Um, Now you're seeing other sides of the story. The feminine power, the darkness. That is female energy, occult. You know, hidden meanings behind things. It can also represent that you've left also religion behind. So yes, that makes perfect sense. Um, mhm. Thoughts on hypnosis? It's hypnosis is very strong, power of suggestion. So, and it's also I like the idea behind it. Yes. Um, let's see. I'm trying to read over here because the screen's bigger. Hmm. Okay, so anyway, let's focus back, and then I'm going to end this. But yes, any type of manifesting when you are vibrating with certain energies and powers is going to come faster. So if y'all didn't catch the beginning of the video, wait for it to finish loading because a lot of you guys will try to click on it and it'll start right in the middle. But you got to wait for it to completely finish loading to get the beginning because I know a lot of people comment, "Oh, it's not in the right, it didn't start from the beginning, but it did." You just have to wait, and you can get that technique, or you can get well part of the technique because I expound upon a lot of the things I read. Is in this book on chapter 9, and this is Vampire Magic by Father Sebastian, the Grimoire of the Living Vampire. Now, I don't like I consider myself so many things. I don't even put a label on it anymore. I don't even put a label on it. It's too many. Like if I had to say I was something, it would be everything. Just like my DNA test, my DNA ancestor test. It would be everything. I'm everything. So I can't say, oh, I'm a vampire, I'm a witch, I'm an alchemist, I'm a you know, whatever. I can't say what I am because I'm too many things. Okay. I might be something else tomorrow. You never know. I'm everything. That's what I am. Like Shaka Khan said, I'm every woman. It's all in me. Right? So I am what I am. What is your favorite way to send energy back to people? send energy back to people? Why would I want to do that? They can get their own energy. Um, you want some birthday energy or something? That's about it. That's all you getting. um, I don't have the practice of sending people energy. If I'm going to give anybody energy or anything from me, it's going to be my children. That's about it. Or maybe my animal. But that's about it. I mean, if they're giving you shady vibes, why would you send energy? Why would you take energy? You know, better to take than to send. Because any type of energy you send can be transmuted into anything that they choose. Especially if they know what they're doing. So always take, don't give, don't give energy, take it. Because I like if someone sending me negative energy, I transmute that stuff straight up into something that's gonna bring me some money, straight up. Don't send me any energy. I'll flip it and multiply it. Okay. Oh my goodness, Layla, I'm live, baby. What are you talking about? I'm still live. Hi, Kitty.
Hi, Kitty. You want to come back? I almost ran you in the face.
Oh no, no, I didn't. She was not.
Yes, she was. She was so close to the door. We're playing like a game.
Okay. Thank you. Kitty, you want
Hi,
something to
Kitty.
eat? Oh, look at the baby. Thank you. They bring her back like she's a lost child. Here's Kitty. Um, yeah, don't send people energy. They can just transform it to whatever they want. Take their energy. Okay. How do you spend your nights? I'm awake most of the time. I'm awake at night. I was on. I was live last. I wasn't live last night, but I was watching other people's lives. Hi, Kitty. Oh. What if I feel people's energy on a high level every day, then decide not to feel it, block it, or absorb it and use it for your own good, or learn how to transmute people energy? Everything is free will. If you're going to be in the magic, if you're going to be into magic, you need to learn how to use it to get what you want. You know, um, for me, if I feel people's energy, I'm taking it. I'm not gonna let it go to waste. You know, um, if you just want to block it, just ignore people. Walk around like you don't hear, like you're deaf. I did that one time just because I didn't want to be bothered. They started talking to me. I'm like, can't hear you. Bye. Just walk by. You know, um, it's like people do like that are bilingual. They like no speaking the English. Don't want to talk to you, basically. Okay, just move it along. You don't owe anybody anything. I don't know why people are too nice. You don't owe anybody anything. If you don't want to talk to somebody, keep walking. Don't speak. Move along. I can't hear you. I gotta pee. Something. you know. So you don't owe anybody anything. If you're too nice, that's your problem. Now you can be kind, but you don't have to. You don't owe anybody an explanation. That's what I'm saying. Hi, kitty. I think this cat takes my energy. I think she takes my energy. I'm stealing your energy. That's okay. I'll give you some. Mm-hmm. Okay. How do you steal energy? The same way you visualize. You visualize their energy coming to you and making you feel more energized. You visualize it as you can visualize energy as light, darkness, waves, whatever. So, for example, if I wanted to take energy from this cat, I would visualize sucking an energetic looking light or smoke or frequency or wave into me. And then I would visualize myself glowing with that being's energy. And I would feel it and I would understand. Like, you ever been, have you ever had that trick done where people say, there's a string right here in your hand and I'm going to pull it up very slowly. Do you feel it? You'll start to feel something, like a string being pulled up. And it's a power of suggestion, first of all. It is um, energy and it is, mentalism all at the same time. So that's how it works. And you can really take it if the other person, if you feel drained after talking to somebody that you say is an energy vampire, they took your energy straight up. Okay. Mhm. They took it. So, yeah, basically it's mental and that's how you do it. Visualize it. All right. Good. Okay. Um, you swear some kids are energy vampires without them even knowing? Of course they are. They, of course. Hmm. Some cats are too. I got a vampire cat. This cat. Always, give me love, give me love, give me energy. Give me food. Give me attention. They will suck all your energy, a cat. Yes. They're also healers. Like, they heal. Mhm. I'm not bullying the kitty. Yeah, Sleepwalkers. Oh yeah, that was a good movie. I want to watch that movie again, but it's inappropriate for kids, and they're always with me. I gotta wait till they are asleep or upstairs playing with toys. See, cat claw got stuck in my bracelet. That's what you get. It's by Stephen King. It's on demand if you want to watch it. Hmm. I gotta watch that movie again because I watched it when I was very young and I wasn't catching everything. So I need to watch it again, catch more things. Didn't that didn't that guy end up playing Leo on Charmed? Not weird. His name was Leo, and he played a cat person. Strange. Hmm. Um. Yeah, he played in Sleepwalkers. Hmm. It kind of reminds me of the show Hemlock Grove a little bit. If y'all like Hemlock Grove, you will like Sleepwalkers. Hemlock Grove was one of my favorite Netflix shows. Good show. If y'all haven't watched it, I wish they would have made more seasons. All Are you still active mortician to do work? Nope, not anymore. Oh, if you have been debating watching Hemlock Grove, you need to hurry up and watch it. That's a good show. I binge watched that when it was, yeah, I binge watched that show. I wish they had more episodes, but they're over. His cousin in Hemlock Grove did funny things. You love Hemlock Grove, but the ending was a letdown. It sure was. It's like they had to hurry up and end it, so they had to just throw everything together at the last minute. Hmm. Did you see the movie about dark energy? Secret Healer on Netflix is pretty good. Okay, I'll watch that. Let me write it down because we're always looking for movies to watch. The lights and the sunlight's in my eye. You know, I'm sensitive to the sun because I'm a vampire. I always got on my sunglasses. All right. Wait, what was it called? Secret Healer. Net. Ow, the cat. Oh, kitty. Um. Okay. The wine glass. Yes. I think you can order these pretty much online, anywhere, Amazon, Etsy, wherever. I got mine at Charming Charlie, but that was a while ago. I don't know if they still have them. But you can order them online. The kitty. Come on, kitty. She's just a big fat baby. She's just a big baby. Look at this thing. Hush, little baby, don't say a word. Close your eyes, hold your breath. You'll be scared half to death. La la la. La la la. La 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 la. This baby is crazy. And she loves me. Look at it. Spoiled. Um, this is my child now. She thinks she's human, a human baby now. Anyway, how do you get a broke man to stop contacting you? Block his number? Duh. Block, block, block. You can block everywhere now. You can block emails. You can block phone numbers. You can block Facebook. You can block all social media. Block. Yeah, she is purring. Y'all hear her? I think she likes me because I have like a lot of black on, like her. My hair is black. She just feels like we're one. Like I'm her mom for real. Rare. There we go, kitty. Yes. Finish, baby. Anyways, I say block anybody. So, like my dog Rico, he likes to sit on the carpet next to the stairs because it's brown, just like him, like that tan, light tan color. So he thinks that's like his mom or something, or his relative. Okay. Have I read The Vampire's Way to Psychic Self Defense? Um, no, but I think there is a couple chapters in the other vampire books on self defense. So I didn't get that book. Hmm. But I was looking in one of my Egyptian books that I have and online and things like that. And they said the first type of vampire myth or whatever was born in ancient Egypt, Isis and Anubis, Osiris, and things like that. So the vampire legend starts in Egypt if you want to go back historically. But it's basically just harnessing your own supernatural powers and manifesting with them, with the aspects of gods, goddesses, beings that have more power than you realize. You have these powers, but you don't realize it. And once you realize it, you can use them. That's the point, you know. So that's kind of what it's saying. And once you like read a lot of things in the history and where the origins of certain things came from, you can kind of see into the symbolic meaning of most things. Hmm. So yeah. The book tells you how to take negative energy and transmute it for your use. Yeah, you can learn that in alchemy as well. Like a lot of the vampire books will point you to alchemy and dark energy. Basically, that's how I kind of got into the whole, learning about the dark energy was when I started reading the vampire books and the serpent magic books and stuff like that. The serpent wisdom book. It will lead you to there, and you'll start looking deeper and further into things. But you know, there there is a process. You read one thing and then you start thinking, and you say, well, what if this is that? And then you look into that, you research that, and it keeps leading you to other things. So when a lot of people ask me, oh, well, what brought you to this, thought of dark energy and working and manifesting with it was these books. Then the alchemy book. And I put all that other stuff together. And it's basically teaching you the same thing. It's all hermeticism, it's all spiritual alchemy, and it's all um, universal law. So whatever type of magic you break down, it's all going to lead back to some type of universal law, some type of transmutation of something, and to some type of powers that you are getting or emulating or invoking from something more grand than you are visually, and some type of manifestation of power that you don't hold as an average human. So all magic kind of leads back to all of those things. And once you get that, any type of magic that you practice is going to do the same thing. But if you don't understand what it's doing, let me put my pen down. If you don't understand what the magic is actually doing, the process that it's taking you through, if you don't see the alchemy in it, if you don't see the manifestation in it, and if you don't see the symbolism in it, then you're not really getting the full effect of it. And it's not going to be as powerful. So when you want something to be super powerful, the more you understand it, more you know about it, the more you can pick it apart and build it back up, the more powerful it's gonna be, you know. So understanding what you're doing also makes it more powerful because you see it and you understand it and you vibrate on a higher frequency when you understand something a lot better than someone else who doesn't understand something, you know. So if you're doing a spell and you're just lighting a candle and saying some words and, doing this, your vibration is going to be a lot different than someone who understands the origin of, you know, whatever they're doing and how to manifest with certain types of energies and da 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 da. Da. It's going to be more powerful than someone who's just doing the physical version of what you're supposed to be doing mentally and spiritual. I mean, mentally, physically, and spiritually. They only have one or two of the aspects. They're missing one part of it that can make it even stronger. So that's what that is. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. And I'll see y'all on the next live. I don't know if I'm going live on the other channel. I don't think they're going to accept this look, but maybe I'll see. All right. Bye.